a very interesting day. So the thing is that I typically don't celebrate Valentine's Day personally, and I've been that way. I told my husband, we both agreed, etc., and all of that. I guess we did not envisage that we were going to have children that agree with us. So on, I think it was Sunday or so, I was talking with my daughter and she asked me that, what are we doing on Tuesday? And I was like, nothing. Is there anybody? Is this someone's birthday? And she was like, does it have to be someone's birthday before you celebrate? And I was like, it's not anybody's birthday. I don't get it. So she was like, oh, well, if we are not going to be celebrating, we just as well take the day out of the calendar. And I was like, isn't that kind of extreme? Take the entire day out of the calendar because you're not celebrating Valentine's Day. But it made me go back to really evaluate and ask myself that do I really, am I this so rigid? And also eventually I agreed that, okay, fine, we'll just order some food, some takeaway, we'll get food from an eatery and get a drink and all of that and just have a relatively mild day. So that's basically how the day has been. And then for me, I had like a pre-interview. This is the first time I've ever had such an experience where when I'm interviewing for a role, typically what we do is that we go through the technical and to confirm that I'm technically acceptable. Then after that, we now discuss compensation. But today I was in a place where we talked about compensation first. And I really appreciated that because I've had a couple of interviews where everything seemed to gel technically, but it was just, we couldn't just agree on compensation. So it's my first time on having such an experience. So that was something good for me. And then another good thing that I had today that I'm taking as my Valentine's Day gift is that I got the opportunity to sleep a nap. I always appreciate naps, always. Even if it's just a short nap in between during work. So, to go to why I thought that we should have this session, Valentine's Day, it's something that you can't ignore, whether you celebrate or you don't celebrate. I was just thinking that for a holiday where it's not anyone's birthday, it's rather popular and there's quite a lot of pressure regarding that holiday. In fact, I was looking at my Forbes Daily today. That's the newsletter I get from Forbes. And they were talking about how Elon Musk and Kim Kardashian and some other person are just like the rest of a couple of us in the world that don't have a significant other or a Valentine. So it's really eating deep into our culture. So while we do not, as a believer, I would still not go ahead and celebrate the way the world does celebrate, but I guess it won't kill me if I acknowledge the day. So for that reason, I know that quite a number of people will perhaps it's one time where a couple of people feel really lonely and, a couple of sad memories come. A couple of people are thinking of Valentine's days that were better than this particular one. So there are a couple of broken-hearted people around this time. And no matter how much you say, oh, move on, be strong, sometimes it's helpful to have someone around to unburden to share with. Some people are going through, for example, a messy divorce. Some people are probably still married, but they are not having a good time. Some people are lonely in their marriages. And everywhere you turn around today, it's like everybody is hooked up except you, or something of the sort. So I just thought that it would be a nice thing to give people an opportunity to come in a no judgment zone. And you could be happy in your relationship. So this is not just for people that are sad in relationships. It's for everyone. The desire I want to be The ecosystem I want to create with God's help is one that allows everyone come as they are. You're happily married, you're welcome. You're unhappily married, you're welcome. You're happily single, you're welcome. You're unhappily single, you're welcome. But the desire is to help you realize that most of the fulfillment that you're seeking from others actually lies more between you and God than it does in the hands of other people. So please confirm that you can still hear me. Please confirm you can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Okay, yes, you can. Sister Bossedi, can you still hear me? I need to be sure that we are all together. So this exercise, that it's an exercise that, as I was thinking that, so what are we going to do now that we are coming here? What are we going to do with ourselves? As I started thinking about it, I went through my Facebook posts of my memories, and I saw this and I thought, oh, this would be a great exercise for us. So the exercise is actually, it really would be nice for everyone to be able to unmute and speak. But I want you to tell me the first word that you can see. Okay, if you can unmute, I'll prefer that. But so tell me what is the first word you can see from this love eye test? What's your first word? What's the first word you see?
Forgiven.
Forgiven. That's from Sean, right? Forgiven. And Abosede says
Yeah.
endless. Okay, so which one of us wants to go first and tell us? So you saw forgiving. What does that mean to you in terms of love? As in, what does it mean? When we say forgiving within the context of love, what comes to your mind? What message would you like to, do you think needs to be passed across regarding forgiveness and love? And Sister Bosedi, same question for you with endless. As in, what does endless have to do with love in your mind? As in, how are they related?
Okay. For forgiving, it means having to let go of the wrong that has been done to us, irrespective of how hurtful it is to us. I know that, of course, it can be so hurtful when people offend us. However, irrespective of how hurtful it is to us, having to let go, and at the same time forget. It is one thing to forgive, and it is also another thing to forget, or forget the wrong that anyone has done to us. So it means, irrespective of how hurtful it is to us, having to let go of the wrong totally, of whatever the person must have done to us.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd like us to still revisit that issue of forgive and forget. I'd like to hear what our thoughts are. We can go around the room. If anyone else has something they want to say, you're welcome to say it. But please just put up your hand. So, Sister Molara, welcome. You joined us. You just joined us. So we are going through this love eye test, and the question is, which word comes to you? Which word is the first word you saw in this love eye test? You can either speak you can unmute and speak, or you can put it in the chat. So I prefer that you speak if you can. Can you speak? Okay, Sister Bossedy, while we are waiting for Sister Malawa, Sister Bossedy, can you unmute and speak on endless? Sister Bossedy, can you unmute and speak on endless as it pertains to love? Hmm? Can you hear me? Because me, I can't hear you. Okay, so while I'm waiting to hear from anyone, once you can speak, please just unmute and just let me know. So I'll stop speaking. The word that jumps to me is respect. Respect. So I would like to talk about respect with respect to love. So a good number of us will go like, oh, I love him, I love my kid, I love my husband, I love my brother, I love my sister, etc. But how respectful, quite a number of us, I see us, you go like, oh, to show that you love somebody. I don't mean this in a way to bring someone down, but it's common, so maybe I can just use it because it's not just one person. You're trying to say, oh, this person, because this person has really tickled you. Yes, sister, yes, I was referring to you, as in every one of us is speaking a word as we see it. And so when you pick the word, you then tell us what you understand. Okay, so Starbuck said this is endless. When your love towards your spouse does not have limits, and also forgiving your spouse also must not have a limit. So that's what we need to unpack. So Star Malawa, are you ready to speak? Yes, I can hear. Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay. And the first word I can see. I saw so many words. So let me just I think can I speak on friendly?
You can. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Is it I should relate it to relationship or as in between husband and wife
Just
or general?
relate it to love, any type of love, whether it's a husband and wife, friendly love, brotherly love, parental love, any love that you want to. As long as it's related to love, it's okay.
Okay. What I understand by being friendly is someone you can't be friendly without love. So it must start with love. I can't be your friend except I love you. So the word friendly means having someone that you can relate with, having someone that you love, that you can share your deepest secret to. At times, you can have friends that you don't even share your secret with, but at you still have that friendly relationship with them, whereby you gist, you talk, even whenever such people are having problems, you share in their problems and burden. So being friendly is more than just I, I. At times I used to hear people say, my friend is just from afar. No, be friendly is more than that, is deeper than that. So being friendly is sharing love, showing love to the person, being kind, being humble, and so on.
Thank you,
So
sis. I can't hear you again. Can you hear me?
now, hello, I can hear you.
Yes,
Can
I
you hear
can hear
me?
you. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, did you hear what I said? Yeah, about
I heard
friendly?
most of it. I heard most of
Ma?
it. Thank you very much. I heard most of it. Thank you very much. So I do
Ma.
have questions. I have questions for everyone that has shared or spoken. So even if we can't finish it today, maybe we are going to come back another time to unpack the conversation. So I was just going to finish off on my respect, what I was saying about respect. So, you say, oh, I love you. Well, sometimes a lot of us, we don't respect the people we claim we love. It could be our husbands, it could be our friends. So I just struggle, personally, I struggle with you telling me that you love me, and you're able to tell me that, see this big head, see as you just did, and you say you're joking. I struggle with it. I believe that somewhere at the that we had I had a conversation with some other people on this matter, and they were like, hey, it doesn't matter. It just shows that you guys are friendly. I don't think that we should be disrespecting others because we are trying to show that we are close and we are friends. I struggle with that. I do. I feel like there should be a level of respect. There should be things that I will not do to you because I love you. Like maybe people that are talking about you bad and I haven't heard from you, or even I've heard from you and you actually truly messed up. I feel like there should still be an absolute minimum level that I can't go below because I love you. So I'd like to say, for example, for my child, if they came to me and told me that my child stole money, for example, I don't like that behavior. I'm not happy that my child stole. But I don't think I should, because of that, say, oh, this child, you're going to sleep outside my house today so that I can prove that I don't like your behavior. So I'm going to push you to the streets. I believe that law should constrain or compel me to still do some things in spite of how I feel about people's actions. So people will not always act right. People will not always do what they're supposed to do. And then let's bring it to husband and wife, for example. Not every man or woman will act respectably all the time. So maybe you have a husband, or well, they're all here, we are females here. You have a husband that maybe came home drunk. You don't like the fact that he's drunk. It's not something that you're proud of. But because you love him, you're not going to maybe leave him outside and film him and post it on Instablog to show that he's a drunkard. I just believe that the love is gone because you have put into public ridicule. You have put into a position where you have disrespected him. Can you come back from that? I believe that yes, all things are possible. But as much as we can, I believe that there are actions that we also should be able to tell ourselves that I can never do this because I love this person. And one thing that has made it easy for me when I say I love someone is that I ask that if it was my child that was acting the way this person is acting, would I react to my child the way I'm reacting to this person I claim I love? If the answer is no, then I think I need to go back and review my love. And even my love for my child should not be, and then I also want to go into our love for our children. A lot of us, we love our children, but we don't respect them. We don't. So there was a time that I forgot what it was that my daughter was. Okay, sorry, can you hear me now? My network did abracadabra. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you can. Apologies for Apologies for that network wahala. So I believe that with respect, when you respect someone, yes, it shows in your actions, but deeper than your actions, in your thoughts, the way you think about the person should be respectful, because then it will begin to show in every other area of your life. That's what I was saying about my daughter. So there was a day she told me something. I didn't think there was a big deal. But she told me that, oh, I don't want you to tell my teacher that I said this. So I eventually addressed the issue of whether wanted to be secretive or not. But she was, okay, I think she did an essay or something. And so there was something that they had asked her. She said she didn't want to reveal that detail. And so I was like, no, it's not a big deal. But she was like, no, she doesn't want to reveal it. So I decided at that point to teach her the point of respect. So I respected her choice at that time not to share, though I felt like it was not a big deal. But just as a mark of respect, and I let her know that though I don't think it's a big deal, because she has said she doesn't want to share, I would respect her choice not to share, but we will still discuss the issue so she can make me understand why exactly she doesn't want to share. But you know, a lot of us African parents, many times African parents and respect cannot be in the same sentence, because disrespecting our kids is like regular for us. It's like you can go and say, oh yeah, go and bring that thing I bought for you. Maybe in the presence of someone they don't feel comfortable with, and they're trying to communicate with us and tell us that they're not comfortable with this person. But we are like, how can you say you're not comfortable? My friend, yeah, go and bring it. And all, but we don't seek to understand where they're coming from. So, and I'm sure if I ask any one of us, we go around the room, did you feel respected by your parents? Do you even still feel respected by your parents? I don't know. You can give the answers in the chat if you're bold enough. But for me, I didn't really feel a lot of respect coming from my parents. It was kind of like whatever they do to you, they're always right, you're always wrong. Take it like that. But I don't think that's how love should go. We need to learn to respect people's boundaries. We won't always agree with people, but to be, we need to plan to always be respectful. Okay, so Dion is coming on. I guess she'll come on soon. Oh no, we are not done. We're still here. We're still here. Okay, so she's joining. When she joins, I'll let her understand what we're doing. And okay, so Dion, can you please let me know that if you can hear me and if you can see the eye test. Okay, can you see the love eye test?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so this is the way we're going about it. You tell us the first word that you saw when you looked at the eye test, and then you talk a bit about it with okay, so you speak about it with respect to love. So I was just rounding up on respect, and I was just saying that even as parents to our kids, we need to, in showing them love, we also need to show them respect. So I was just rounding off. So you came in just in time to have your own time.
Okay, so I saw honor and then I saw endless. Anyway, so I have like you saw my son's a clip of a conversation, Nike, because you're on my Facebook. So with my children, we have a rule: respect begets respect. So we have mutual respect, which is the way a lot of couples don't understand that that's how you're supposed to be. And I'm starting to instill it in my children from growing up. So we honor each other. We speak to raise. So my son checks on me just randomly. And with every conversation with my children, I tend to speak with them at least once a week. They're between the ages of 27 and 19. And we end every conversation by affirming each other. So every conversation ends with, I love you. You see in that text, you end, love you, mama, which is very rare for boys, especially boys in their 10, 20. But that's how I've raised them, to communicate love verbally.
Wait, come.
you know, as well as in their actions, in their ability to show, to give honor to each other, not just because they're older or not because you're younger, but to give honor to another person as a person. So part of being able to love them is to honor them. A lot of the way we're raised in Africa, a lot of Nigerians don't do that with their children because they think, is it like my mom, she won't tell you she's sorry. If she does something wrong, she won't tell you she's sorry. I will tell my child, I'm sorry if I've done something. It's a way that you honor the person as well. It's part of loving the person the right way. So that's what that means to me. And I already practice it regularly with my children, and they do it with each other. So I suspect that by the time they're in proper relationships as well, that will lead to marriage. They would do that from practice, basically. So in loving each other, we have to honor each other. We have to speak to raise. Even if we wanted to say something that was a negative thing, so to speak, we would affirm the person first. We'll honor the person first. We'll affirm the person first, and then put forward what we needed to be fixed in a way that does not tear the person down. That's how we love properly. So that's what that means to me.
Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you. So I wanted to make you a co-host. I made a host by mistake or whatever, but yes,
okay,
wasn't a mistake after all. So you can make me a co-host because I keep going in and out. So that's why I wanted to have a co-host. So basically, I think that's perhaps all we have time for today. And thank you all, everyone that shared. We're very grateful. I hope that you've had a good day. Someone said her day was stressful, and we'll pray for you. We pray that the Lord will give you rest and peace even as you are at work. She said she's at work and it's been a stressful day. Everyone except me did not tell us how their day is going. So ask you how has your day been? Anything you want to share with us from the day? Well, we've heard about your chat with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Was that for me? Oh, she came out. My day was fine. I spent it mostly with my daughter, and I made us a nice meal. So we kind of spent a Valentine's Day together, which isn't rare. She was supposed to go out, but she didn't go out again, and she's probably going to go out later on in the week. But I spent the day with my daughter and working. So, but my day was fine.
Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. At some point, I couldn't hear you. I'm sure when I listen to the recording, I'll hear everything. And now I'm going to rush to your page to go and see what you talked about now about the chat because I must have missed it. So
okay, I did a screenshot because I have only the one son. So people don't think that boys can be as tender-hearted as he's grown to be. But maybe because I had a not so nice marriage. So I was very intentional about grooming my son enough to be expressive and to express his emotions in a way that is loving and respectful. So watching him at 20, being able to do that easily, I was very thankful to God, for that.
Okay. So I wish we'll do this a bit more often when it's not just a prayer meeting, but we come and we share, we talk about life's issues. We'll see how it goes. Thanks to everyone for showing up.
Thank you, ladies. Nice to see you guys again.
Nice to see us once we turn on our cameras if we want to.
I'm actually in bed.
Scattered hair. This is what I look like with my scattered hair.
I've cut my hair, Denike. I've cut my hair.
Ma?
I've cut my hair.
Wow. Wow.
I took it all off. I couldn't be bothered to take care of it any longer, Jerry. So.
Wow. All right. So good night. I'm going to go and watch the rest of my night's show.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night, ladies.
Good
Good
night.
night, Oluwaseun. Good
night.
night, Faye.
Bye.
Good night, Bosede.
Good night. Good night.
Oh, this is okay.